Hi everybody! This week we will take a look at the essence of Chinese thought, Confucianism. In this class, we will first get to know the Confucian idea of filial piety, leading to a smooth governance of country, and after that, the soul of Confucianism, benevolence, and the intrinsic pattern of Confucianism, the ritual. And we will conclude the class with a brief comparative analysis of Confucian idea of not giving and Western idea of giving in the final section, East meets West. Now, are you ready to behold the very core of Chinese philosophy? Let's get started. Confucianism, along with Taoism and Buddhism, constitutes the three props of Chinese culture and philosophy. The three jointly shape the ingrained Chinese way of thinking for thousands of years and also help shape the Chinese society, shielded and sustained with its elements of steadiness, trust, and harmony. And filial piety was regarded by Confucius as the base of all virtues that a Confucian intelligent gentleman should acquire, and as what eventually lead to a smooth governance and a good country. Why? And how does filial piety work on a people and country? Here we have some words about it by Confucius. Confucius said, "Few who respect their parents and their elders would do anything against their superiors, and none of them would rise in revolt." His point is that a good son or brother usually grows into a good citizen, and the country is then one of good citizens, because filial piety was regarded as the basis of human virtues of dignity, kindness, devour, leniency, and modesty. When you try to achieve it, you learn to put yourself down. Putting yourself down. This is a key concept in all the three schools of Chinese philosophy. So, if you are an emperor and you teach your people to be good sons and good brothers, then there's hardly any need to use laws or prisons or anything to discipline or punish them. The governance will be consequently and certainly smooth. A man should have his father's wishes as his own norms when his father is alive, said Confucius, and should review what his father could have done after the father's death. A son who follows his father's ways for long may be called filial. This is something that has long been condemned by those against Confucianism. They said, Confucius has taught people to blindly imitate their father without making any progress or difference. They even attacked it by asking, what if the father is a thief? But actually, these people don't really know Confucianism. This teaching is on the basis of another one. An emperor should perform his duty of being a best emperor, a minister being a best minister, a father being best father, and son being best son. And in another analects of his, middle of the road, Confucius taught people in these four positions the standard of playing their roles. He said the emperor should reach benevolence, the minister, submission, the father, love, and the son, obedience. As you see, Confucius didn't mean that a father can be a thief and force his son to follow him. Instead, he asked people in every position to accomplish the best and then pass the virtue on to the next generation. And then, of course, nobody can be really perfect. What if one's parents are wrong in some way? According to Confucius, in serving one's parents, one may make remonstrance. But if it is rejected, the son should show no discontent, but resume an attitude of deference and reiterate his remonstrance without complaint. What's more, a son should try to take care of his parents and be with them as much as possible. Confucius said a son should not go afar when his parents are alive. If he does, he should inform them of his whereabouts. And then about the attitude. When his student Zixia asked about filial duty, Confucius answered, "It is difficult to appear happy in trouble. If the young serve the old and feed them with wine and food before themselves, but with troubled looks, could they be called filial sons?" In fact, Confucius always emphasized attitude, whether it was about serving parents or the emperor or serving the gods and ancestors. One's real attitude from inside the heart is the most important thing instead of the forms and patterns outside. But of course, a perfect rite involves both the sincere inside and the appropriate outside. By the way, Confucius advocated teaching students in accordance with their aptitude. So, when different students asked him about filial piety, he gave different answers according to their respective problems in their real life. So, you could read something in the Analects of Confucius as a complementary material, that is, Chapter 2 from Article 5 to Article 8, and try to analyze Confucius' answer to the 4 students. Thank you.